Alright, in this video, I'm going to be talking about a news reporter for CNBC, and their name is Courtney Reagan. And notice, of course, the fake pseudonym name, two first names. Obviously not their real name. You gotta wonder what their name is. Maybe if they told you, you'd find out that they're all related. But I just want to highlight a few pictures, and then I want to talk about news reporters in general, and mainly the females, and how, of course, there's that big deception wrapped up behind their entire career and success and everything. So it doesn't say it on this person's Wikipedia, but they actually attended Harvard. Not only did they attend Harvard, but they also attended a couple other good schools in there too. But I wanted to mention that because that school is the harbinger of secret societies next to Yale, and of course one of the oldest schools in the country. Just imagine just how many lines of generations this person has had in their family who've gone to the schools that they've attended, going all the way down to preschool. These people, they start them off young, headed to these Montessori schools, or they have them going to some boarding school, which I guess they really can't go there yet. They'll just have like some private nursery set up in somebody's house or something like that, something like that. And, or they'll have some cordial agreement with like a daycare, like a publicly operated daycare. You never know. Things change over the years, but the more things change, the more they stay the same. So, just wanted to point out this dazed and confused look on their face. Kind of look like they've been drugged. Well, a lot of the times these celebrities, models, and other artists of their craft, that being witchcraft, their whole entire life is not only a fib, but it's also a daze. They're kind of just look like they're floating through. A lot of them take drugs intentionally so that they can just try to forget about like the troubles. Like I've said, a lot of these people are abused through satanic ritual abuse, to the point where even if they've been through it, they won't even believe it. If they told themselves, they wouldn't believe that they went through it. If they, somebody else told them and they had proof, they still wouldn't believe them. So that's the kind of this is the kind of disassociation we're talking about here. It's at an ultimate high. When you get to the level of being a broadcasting network agent, you could call them, they are so tightly knit. It's crazy. That's the only way that they can be a bold-facedly tell you false stories all day long and smile in your face like a snake. Okay. So anyways, I'm going to ease up off of that for a second and continue on to some more of these photos. Wanted to point out those knees, always with the jacked up knees on the trainees. Large feet. I wonder what size heel that is, because I haven't seen a heel that large even in the women's section towards the 12s, okay? Now, I don't know. I could be seeing things wrong, but I don't think so. Those calf muscles and everything else has been feminized, but not feminized enough. They feminized it as much as they can now. I've talked about the obelisk motif before in my other videos, but I want to point out the microphone. There's a reason that they just the microphone invention is not that old. It hasn't been around that long. The microphone stands to serve as another phallic object to remind them, oh, you want to be on TV? Well, let's keep on reminding you and traumatizing you of what you had to do to get up there. Now, I just did this, this may or not be right or wrong. It's all unsubstantiated, but again, it's a thought. It's a thought. Considering how much, the fertility cult people like their phalluses and things, they want to get everybody else into the phallus thing too. And so, the Jezebel spirit continues to work through the age of the reboot days of Noah. The, Babylon Part 2. So, yeah. Thought that was the blonde hair again for the MK Ultra mind control motif. Now, here we go. There's the other school that they went to, NYU. Again, a pretty great school, right? These people send their kids to the same exact school as you go to. You'll never know that they're your classmates. You'll never know that they're any different, and they're not. It's just that they're lying to everybody and themselves when they know that, well, usually they tell their kids pretty young about, who they're related to. Some of these people can track back their families like not just 100 years, but way beyond that. And they tell them when they're young. They know who they're related to. Sometimes, if they don't know, they find out on their own. They decide to not tell anybody, and that's their own prerogative. That's just being a, snake. So, anyways, you see Mom's got red hair. She might have Rh negative blood. Who knows? Who knows what color Dad's hair used to be there on the left. He's got gray hair now, but there in the middle, she's got a mix. She's got a mix. Blonde and red. It's in their blood, so when you see that these people are acting the way they're acting, having these glitches on the air, the fact that they're even up there in the first place on the television just lets you know they're not there on accident. But I wanted to point out, so look at how short the dad's arms are compared to the mother's. Look at how large and meaty that claw is right there on the mom. Busted up kneecaps, strong calves, strong thigh muscles, no curvature in the waist, no curvage in the back. Can't see what's going on under Dad's suit because it's so baggy, and that's on purpose too. So anyway, you're looking at what one person that I like to watch, Hans Wormhat, says, a Strat Freemartin family. And they had a Strat kid. All that means, as he's explained, is it's a boy born without a penis or a girl born with a penis. That's all that means. Now, I believe that's it. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about Louis C.K. in another video. That is it for this video. And again, they have to play along and look like they live a normal life, and even their house is staged. Their house, I'm like, now because of this whole pandemic, they're at home all the time. And you see these news reporters, and their house doesn't even look like it's their house. It looks like the show house that they have in the front of the neighborhood before they sell all the houses. That's not even their house. I don't know where they live, but that's not their house. So there's just deceptions all around you. You have to be prepared. You have to be ready to call them on their bluff. Yeah, the fake marriages between the man and the other man in disguise. Anyway, that's all for this video. God bless you, and Jesus Christ's name.